All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. This is for my black folks out here who getting their Clayton Bigsby on. You can't see nothing that white people do is wrong. Like, it's always an excuse. Uh, you see people out here cutting up, acting a fool, and sometimes we do it by partisan lines. Oh, that's the liberals, and that's how the liberals act. That's how those conservatives and those far right conservatives act. It's like they just crazy white people, just on both sides. Okay, stop, separating their crazy by a political party that you don't know who they're actually voting for. They could just be talking. But we got the problem, you know. Black people in the neighborhood at daytime, dawn, dusk, nighttime, suspicious. White people in the neighborhood, day, dawn, nighttime, not suspicious. You don't see the problem? Oh, they just probably here, they probably live here. They probably don't. I ain't never seen them, but they're white. Listen, I don't care what they are. I ain't never seen them. They're a suspect. But you don't treat people like they're suspects. Well, if you change the color, you will. Well, just because that makes sense, I can't see them doing anything wrong. Okay, wait a minute. Here's the thing. See, when they kill somebody, it's not a big deal. Shout out to Erica Williams for talking about something, because this was what sparked this. They're talking about how she brought up people had talked to her about the murder rate with 13% of the population and 50% of all the homicides. And she was like, well, when it comes to white people don't get arrested for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're basically telling cops, don't arrest white people for doing crazy stuff. So if you take into consideration, of course, you don't see as many quote unquote white criminals, because there are a lot of white criminals that just go home. Gosh, gee willikers, Jim, you did it again. Just get out of here, why don't you? I'm going to have to bust you one of these days. But you as a black person, you're like, oh, that doesn't exist. I don't see white people doing anything wrong. We have a different culture. Yeah. And I've been wrestling with that recently. Should we actually have white culture? Seriously. Because we act like we don't see anything wrong with their culture. Stealing, manipulating, backstabbing, corrupting people. But it's all, it's all for the money, right? It's all for the money. But if you can be a devilish person as long as you're getting that paper from it, it makes sense. Yeah. Somebody, I thought about the whole, and even though I don't like, he said some things that got on my nerves, but Mark Lamont Hill talked about free Palestine, right? And then he got fired, right? And these white Jewish people in Palestine or Israel, whichever one you want to call it, over there stealing again, and it's broadcast for the world to see again, and everybody knows it, but they're like, it's white people, that's what white people do, it's okay. It's not okay. Thinking about, Africa. You got Europe, pillaging and robbing a place for centuries, and people go, oh, well, this is what white people do. It's okay. No, it's not okay. Y'all might as well, had little 88 tattoos and be in the fourth and fifth Reich. I don't think there was a fifth, but you know what I'm saying, getting to a fifth, because y'all overlooking everything. Clear criminal activity. Yeah, we got to wrestle with it, because you don't want to see somebody white doing something wrong. And they do wrong all the time. I know what you're thinking. Well, America's a great country, so it just excuses, all the murders and no, it don't. No, it does not, man. All the rudeness and the bad behavior and in the microaggressions and macroaggressions. Then when people are aggressive back, then people go, white people go off calling you all. See, it's funny that it seems like white people can't be convicted of a hate crime. This is one of the issues, right? You can call me the N-word and I can knock you out, and I go to jail, and you go home. And people say, that's right. So let's stretch this out to the Asian community, right? If I'm black and I get into a fight with an Asian person, it's going to be a hate crime now. But if you're white and you get in a fight with an Asian person, I don't know what's in his heart. And people say, I don't see the difference. I don't see what's wrong with that. Yeah, I see y'all don't see what's wrong with that. That's the problem. But, you want to be Clayton Bigsby all you want? Fine. Every time we show up, it's another black person here. They're ruining it. I'm supposed to be the only one. Okay. All right, Duncan McCoon from the clan McCoon, whatever. Right? Whatever. But and for them people to agree with you, yeah, we like you, boy. You're a good one. It's like, okay. I've been mulling this over ever since the Tim Scott and Kamala Harris. America isn't a racist country. If y'all don't shut y'all line, but when white people are racist, you don't see it because, you only see color and race issues when they're non-white. So they'll never do anything wrong in your book. They always have a justification. Starting a war has a justification. Shooting up a church have a justification. Shooting up schools have a justification. It's always this sympathy because you just can't see them just doing something wrong. It's got to be somebody else's fault, which is stupid. What happened? There is no personal responsibility when it comes to this subject. But I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, and die trying. Peace.